going for it. Oh.
Imagine if we did it and then we didn't have it recorded.
It went down a little bit. There we go.
Are we recording?
Yep, I think so.
Yeah,
yep.
it's going.
Okay, guys, so you learned about the MRP. Now I'm going to show you what's inside of this valise. So this will be a nice educational exercise because, again, the units that are on the American United are this rescue platform. So you'll see what comes out of this platform once it's inflated. So, starting with the painter flap. You would open this and out pops an inflation lanyard. In here is 30 feet of cord. So all you would need to do is either tie this off on the boat or throw the raft into the water while you're holding this inflation lanyard. So I'm going to ask for some help. Michael, why don't you come here? I want you to be the man. So I want you to hold this. I want you to pull it out, slowly pull it out, slowly tether until you start seeing some resistance. Okay? You'll see you'll get your 30 feet. Okay? You got some resistance. Now I'm going to throw this in the water. It'll float. Okay? Just hold on to this. Let's let that portion go. Okay? Okay? Now I want you to slowly stay right until you get a little bit of tension. Now the right way to pull a raft is sort of like that trick where you're pulling a tablecloth off a table and trying to keep the dishes on the table. So you want a nice, really firm little tug. Okay, you're not going to hurt the raft.
Is this all right?
It's all right. So why don't you start paying it out and give it an inflation. There you go. Everything that was attached, meaning the rescue bag, the valise and the vacuum bag, stays attached to the platform, so you're not losing anything in the water. This is inflated with high pressure compressed air, so you can see this inflated to full buoyancy in under 10 seconds. It's a really dynamic inflation. You get a good sense of the size, and I didn't care which side this platform inflated because it's completely reversible. That floor on the inside is directly in the middle of the raft. So this looks exactly the same on one side as it is the other. You can let that down. Why don't we just tie it off for the time being. This is completely stable as well. So you have the ability to get on here and I can stand on it. I would do that today, except it's wet and it's slippery and I will end up in the drink.
Understood.
So we'll get a quick look at this, what this provides. As you can see on the outside are grasp lines and hang lines all throughout. This allows people to quickly pull themselves aboard and also grasp on should there be an emergency. Michael, why don't you feel this raft? You can see how ruggedized this is. This material is really robust. It's double coated, meaning there is coating both on the inside and the outside. So should this abrade against a boat or an aircraft and rub the coating off on the outside, you're still going to retain its air holding capabilities. In addition, you can see all the seams are welded seams. We don't use any cements in the construction of this raft in any of the air holding chambers. And the reason why we do that is cements will break down over time with heat and humidity. This will stay solid through the life of the raft. Now, one of the things you'll notice, there's no canopy, there's no ballast system. The reason being is in a mass casualty scenario, you're not concerned with people staying afloat for long periods of time. What you're trying to do is get people up and out of the water as quickly as you can. This raft was designed specifically for mass casualty scenarios with airport crash response, and it's equipped in airports all around the world, and especially all the major airports in the United States. So why don't we take this out and see some of the features closer up. Okay, so on this side, you'll see there's a throw ring, a heaving line. This allows people who are in the raft already and people are struggling to throw them a line and pull them onto the raft. On this side, you will notice there are 3 sea anchors. So there's no ballast, but the sea anchors will deploy immediately. And what that does is it keeps the raft not only staying adrift with the waves, but it also keeps it attached to the ground, making this nearly impossible to flip in any scenario where it's being inflated. So here's the third one right here. So there's one on each corner of the raft itself. If we continue to go around, you'll see there's a water activated light. So when this hits the water, this will start and will illuminate. This is the spent bottle. And then in here, okay, so it's not on this demo unit, but attached to one of the grass blinds would be a small survival pack. And in the survival pack will be repair clamps, a hand crank flashlight, and a little bellows pump, which allows people to inflate the raft through the topping off valve. In addition, this raft has two sides. So there's a bulkhead going right down the middle. So if there was ever a puncture of one side of the raft, you would still have inflation on the other. So there's redundancy built into this, so you wouldn't lose the whole raft in the event there was a puncture. Okay, so a big thing to notice, again, see how that floor is in the middle? So if we flip this around, it looks exactly the same on the other side. Yes, so there is a floating knife that's included with this, allows you to break away any lines that if you're tethered to an aircraft and you need to break away, it's very easy to do. So that's the demonstration for the MRP-10. Now you know what comes out of it, and I hope you all enjoyed.